Imagine discovering the secrets kept by one of the wisest and richest men to ever exist in history. Solomon, known for his incomparable wisdom, had codes that went beyond the simple accumulation of wealth. They were keys to building a legacy, living in abundance, and enjoying a life of true prosperity. But let's be honest, how many times have you tried to improve your financial life, read books, watched videos, and even followed expert tips, but still found yourself stuck in debt, working nonstop and without seeing results? You may even feel that financial freedom is a distant dream, reserved only for a few. It's frustrating, I know. The good news is that Solomon left a map. He not only accumulated riches, he deciphered the eternal principles to multiply them. And today, I'm going to reveal to you 10 of these secret codes, capable of transforming your mindset, your finances, and your life forever. These teachings are simple, but extremely powerful, and have the power to lead you to a path of abundance that you may never have imagined. Ready to discover what can completely change your financial story? So stay with me until the end of the video, because what comes next could be the answer you've always been looking for. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our videos that have transformed many lives. I met a young man called Daniel. He lived in a small village and had a dream of being successful and prosperous. But Daniel had a problem. He wanted to make money quickly and without thinking too much about the consequences. One day, he met a wise old man in the central square and he challenged him. If you seek riches, you must first seek wisdom. Daniel, curious, asked the wise man to explain. The wise man, smiling, began to tell the story of King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived. Solomon, upon becoming king, could have asked God for anything: wealth, power, or long life. But Solomon did something different. He asked for wisdom to rule justly. This request impressed God so much that, in addition to granting him wisdom, it also gave him untold riches and a prosperous kingdom. Solomon understood something that many ignore. True wealth comes from wise decisions, as these are what determine whether the fortune will be lasting or temporary. Inspired by this story, Daniel decided that, instead of just looking for money, he would learn as much as he could about how to invest, manage, and create value for others. He started reading books, listening to more experienced people, and applying what he learned. Increasingly, I realized that opportunities arose for those who were prepared to identify and take advantage of them. Just as Daniel learned, Solomon teaches us that seeking wisdom is the first step to creating wealth. This doesn't just mean having theoretical knowledge, but also deeply understanding how money works, how businesses operate, and how people think and act. Understanding these dynamics gives you the ability to make more assertive decisions and avoid traps that often make people lose what they have achieved. Furthermore, Solomon knew that wisdom involves learning from one's own mistakes and from the mistakes of others. Daniel, over time, also realized that every mistake he made turned into a valuable lesson, as long as he was willing to reflect and adjust his approach. By the end of the story, Daniel has become a successful businessman. It didn't happen overnight, but he understood that true wealth is only built when the mind is prepared to deal with it. Learning, growing, and adapting to change are key elements of the Solomon's Code. So Solomon's first secret code is simple but powerful. Seek wisdom before you seek riches. This will allow you to build a solid foundation for your financial future, based on smart choices and a deep understanding of the world around you. After all, when you have wisdom, riches follow their path naturally. Another situation is that of a relative called Lucas. He was facing a major financial crisis. He had lost his job, bills were piling up, and the pressure to support his family was becoming unbearable. Every day felt like a battle against anxiety and the fear of not being able to cope. But in the midst of his difficulties, Luke remembered a verse from Solomon that his grandmother always told him: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Solomon knew how much financial adversity can shake anyone's faith. Even though he was a powerful and extremely rich king, he understood that wealth is not just a matter of material resources, but also of how we deal mentally and spiritually with difficulties. Solomon had no doubts. Maintaining an unshakable faith was fundamental to overcoming any crisis, and even more so, to building a future of prosperity. Lucas decided to follow this teaching, and even without seeing clear solutions, he decided to keep his faith and believe that a path would open up. Instead of despairing, he started thinking about creative ways to generate income and get back on his feet. He started doing temporary work and at the same time started small businesses selling products he made himself. Little by little, his finances began to improve. Solomon teaches that unshakable faith is like an anchor amid the storms of life. It allows us to continue sailing, even when the sea is rough and we can't see the horizon. This faith goes beyond believing blindly. It is the conviction that, by following the correct path and doing good, opportunities will arise and results will come. But keeping faith in times of crisis is no easy task. Like Lucas, many of us face doubt, discouragement, and the desire to give up. The secret is to trust that there is a greater purpose in each challenge, and that with a positive and determined mindset, we can transform any difficulty into a lesson for the future. Lucas also learned that by keeping his faith, he began to attract people and situations that helped him on his journey. Solomon knew this, which is why he reinforced that faith is not just a belief, but an internal force that keeps us standing and guides us towards concrete actions and right decisions. Like Solomon, Luke realized that having unshakable faith is the second code for achieving lasting wealth and success. When difficulties come, it is this faith that sustains, inspires, and motivates us to move forward, even without immediate guarantees of success. Solomon's third secret code for building wealth and success relates to the importance of cultivating strategic relationships. Solomon knew that no one grows alone. He deeply valued the power of friendships and alliances, and therefore surrounded himself with wise, influential people from different areas of knowledge. This was one of the secrets that led him to expand his kingdom and maintain its prosperity for so long. When we talk about strategic relationships, we are not just talking about networking out of interest. Solomon teaches that the key is to create genuine bonds based on trust, mutual respect, and common goals. He knew that by surrounding himself with wise advisors and competent leaders, he would be able to make better decisions and avoid pitfalls that could harm his kingdom. Imagine the impact the right people can have on your life. People who inspire you, advise you, and help you see beyond the obvious. Solomon built a circle of mentors and allies who complemented his skills and provided him with valuable advice. This helped him expand his wealth and make better decisions in times of uncertainty. Today, in our lives, it is crucial that we learn to do the same. Look for people with skills and knowledge that we lack. Be open to learning from their experiences and, most importantly, cultivate these connections over time. Sometimes the most transformative opportunities come through a recommendation, a piece of advice, or a new partnership. Think about it. Who are the people around you? Do they help you grow or limit you? Solomon's circle was made up of wise counselors and visionary people, while we often surround ourselves with people who don't encourage us to reach our full potential. By understanding this code, you can start building your strategic circle. Seek mentors, people from different areas who can bring new perspectives, and learn to value the relationships that can take you further. It is not about manipulation, but about understanding that union and sharing of knowledge and experiences are fundamental to growth and prosperity. Solomon's fourth code is closely linked to the importance of generosity. For him, being generous was not just a matter of goodwill, but a fundamental principle for achieving true and lasting prosperity. Solomon believed that by helping others, we were paving the way to receive blessings and opportunities multiplied. When we talk about generosity, we are not just referring to financial donations. Solomon saw generosity as a comprehensive attitude involving time, resources, knowledge, and emotional support. He believed that by sharing the best we have, we are contributing to a positive cycle that benefits both the giver and the receiver. This attitude creates a network of gratitude and reciprocity, which strengthens bonds and generates unexpected opportunities. Think about it. How many times have you benefited from unexpected help or valuable advice that someone gave you without expecting anything in return? That is the power of generosity. Solomon firmly believed that when we give from our hearts, we are planting seeds that, sooner or later, will bring a bountiful harvest. In times of crisis, many people may be tempted to withdraw into themselves and only think about themselves. However, Solomon teaches us that it is precisely in these moments that generosity becomes even more crucial. He saw generosity as a long-term investment, a way to cultivate goodwill and strengthen relationships. For him, a generous person would never be without support, as the network of people impacted by their kindness would always be willing to reciprocate. Now, a question for you to reflect on. Have you been generous with your time, knowledge, and resources? Are there opportunities to help others that you may be passing up? Think about it. Because sometimes, by reaching out to someone, we are opening doors that we never even imagined existed. And remember, Solomon's generosity went beyond simple gestures. It was strategic. He knew that by helping others thrive, he was creating an environment of abundance where everyone could grow together. Therefore, it is important to cultivate a generous heart and willingness to contribute to the success of others without expecting something immediate in return. And since we're talking about growing together and cultivating relationships, I want to take this opportunity to ask you to like this content. This helps me reach more people and continue to bring you valuable tips for your race to success. Give the support, and together we will move towards prosperity. Solomon's fifth secret code is about the importance of working diligently. Solomon frequently mentioned the value of constant effort and dedication in his scriptures, making it clear that true wealth does not come from shortcuts or luck, but from a job well done and persevering. When we talk about diligence, we are referring to a combination of discipline, focus, and commitment. For Solomon, a diligent person is one who works consistently, even when results do not appear immediately. He teaches us that success is built brick by brick, day by day, through an ongoing commitment to growth and improvement. Solomon uses metaphors such as that of the farmer, who sows his land with patience, cares for it with dedication, and harvests at the right time. That's how it is with work. You have to plant, water, wait the necessary time, and then reap the fruits. This process requires continuous effort and often patience, something that many people are not willing to cultivate. Nowadays, diligence becomes even more relevant. In an era where many seek quick fixes and instant success, Solomon's teaching is a powerful reminder that there is no substitute for hard work. Being diligent doesn't just mean working long hours, but working intelligently and strategically, always seeking to improve your skills and add more value. Solomon's lesson invites us to reflect. Are we really dedicating ourselves diligently to our projects and objectives? Or are we waiting for a lucky break or a miracle solution? If we want to build something solid and lasting, we need to adopt the mindset of a diligent person who values each step of the process and is committed to moving forward, even when challenges arise. Furthermore, working diligently also involves learning to use time wisely. Solomon warns us against wasting time and laziness, as they are silent enemies of progress. He believed that every minute should be well spent, and that continuous effort is what sets us apart in a competitive world. Therefore, if you want to achieve prosperity, remember that diligence is the path to sustainable success. Stay committed to your goals. Do your best in each task and see challenges as opportunities to grow. Solomon's sixth secret code concerns investment diversification. Solomon was known for his wisdom in managing resources and understanding that, to achieve true prosperity, it was essential not to depend on a single source of income or a single investment. This principle is still extremely relevant today and is one of the most important lessons we can learn to ensure financial stability and growth. Solomon advised to share bread with 7 and even with 8, a clear metaphor for diversifying resources and ensuring that if one area failed, the others could still sustain their wealth. This concept goes beyond financial investments and can be applied to different aspects of life, such as skills, relationships, and business. When we talk about diversification, we are referring to distributing our resources in a way that minimizes risks and maximizes opportunities. For example, instead of investing all your money in just one type of asset, such as real estate or shares, you can spread your resources across different sectors, markets, and types of investment. This creates a safety net that protects your finances from unexpected fluctuations or crises. Salomao also applied this strategy to his business, maintaining a series of ventures and commercial partnerships in different regions and sectors. He understood that, in times of abundance, it was essential to prepare for times of scarcity. Your diversification has allowed your kingdom to prosper even in times of instability, and that's advice worth its weight in gold to us. These days, many face the challenge of relying on just one source of income, such as a single job or a single business. Solomon's lesson reminds us that just as a table with multiple legs is more stable, a successful financial life needs multiple sources of support. This could mean developing new skills, investing in different assets, or seeking alternative sources of income. Solomon also teaches us that diversification goes beyond financial investments. He believed that we should diversify our knowledge and experiences, as this would make us more resilient and adaptable to change. The market changes, technologies evolve, and having a varied range of skills and experiences is a powerful way to ensure success in any circumstance. Therefore, the sixth code is an invitation to reflect. How are you diversifying your resources, your skills, and your opportunities? Are there new areas to explore and new paths to build a stronger foundation for the future? Solomon's 7 Secret Code is about having a clear purpose. Solomon, in his wisdom, understood that wealth alone did not bring happiness or fulfillment. For him, material prosperity needed to be aligned with a greater purpose, something that went beyond the simple accumulation of goods. This deep vision is what led him to build a prosperous and respected kingdom, focusing on a life mission that transcended personal interests. Having a clear purpose is essential to guide your actions, decisions, and above all, to maintain motivation during challenges. Solomon teaches us that without a purpose, the pursuit of wealth can become empty and directionless. He understood that true prosperity was achieved when your efforts were connected to a meaningful goal, something that positively impacted the lives of those around you and left a lasting legacy. These days, many seek wealth as an end in itself. However, Solomon invites us to reflect. What is the reason behind your desire to succeed? What do you want to build, and how can it benefit others? These questions are fundamental to establishing a purpose that gives meaning to your journey. Solomon believed that a clear purpose helps us stay focused and avoid distractions that can divert us from the path. When we know what we want and, more importantly, why we want it, decisions become easier to make. He understood that purpose works like an internal compass, guiding each step towards a greater goal. Having a clear purpose is also a way of connecting with something bigger than yourself. Solomon saw his wealth and power as an opportunity to serve his people and make a difference. This service mentality is something we can learn and apply to our lives, regardless of the area in which we work. When our goal is aligned with a greater purpose, we find motivation to overcome challenges and resilience to move forward. Therefore, Solomon's 7 Secret Code is a reminder to seek a clear and meaningful purpose. It's not just about making money. It's about building something that has real, lasting value. It's about using your skills, your talents, and your resources to positively impact the world around you. Now, I ask you, have you identified what your purpose is? What is the biggest reason that motivates you to seek success and prosperity? Reflecting on this can help you align your actions and decisions with something that truly inspires you and brings fulfillment. Solomon's 8th Secret Code is related to the search for deep understanding. Solomon was known not only for his wisdom, but also for his constant desire to learn and understand things to their essence. He was not content with superficial knowledge. On the contrary, he was dedicated to deepening his understanding in a variety of areas, from the principles of leadership to human nature, management, and commerce. Solomon knew that shallow knowledge could lead to impulsive or wrong decisions. Therefore, he sought to understand situations in depth, analyzing the causes and effects before making any important decision. This habit of going beyond the obvious helped him build a solid foundation for his wealth and success, ensuring that his choices were always based on accurate information and a broad view of the context. Today, in a world full of information and quick opinions, Solomon's teaching is more relevant than ever. We are often tempted to make decisions based solely on snippets of data or superficial advice. Solomon teaches us the importance of seeking the root of problems and opportunities, exploring them in depth before acting. This search for deep understanding not only applies to technical knowledge, but also to self-knowledge. Solomon understood that understanding yourself, your emotions, motivations, and weaknesses, was fundamental to leading wisely and making sound decisions. He believed that the true leader was the one who, before commanding others, knew how to govern himself. This code invites us to adopt a mindset of constant learning. Instead of looking for quick and superficial answers, we must be willing to invest time and effort to truly understand the situations we find ourselves in. This additional effort can make all the difference, as it is through in-depth understanding that we find the best solutions and the greatest opportunities for growth. Furthermore, Solomon taught that seeking deep understanding is a sign of humility, recognizing that we don't know everything and being willing to learn from others and our experiences is one of the most important traits for anyone who wants to achieve true prosperity. The arrogance of believing that we know enough can be one of the biggest enemies of success, while the humility of always seeking more understanding opens doors to new ideas and innovations. Therefore, this eighth code reminds us that to achieve prosperity, we need to cultivate the willingness to deeply understand what we do and why we do it. Only then will we be able to make wiser decisions, avoid common mistakes, and build a solid foundation for lasting success. Solomon's ninth secret code is about the importance of planning and preparation. Solomon, in all his wisdom, understood that to achieve success and prosperity, it was essential to be well prepared and plan each step in advance. He knew that relying solely on luck or improvisation was not a safe strategy for building something great and lasting. Solomon said that well-laid plans lead to abundance, but those who are in a hurry always end up in misery. For him, planning was the key to avoiding pitfalls and unforeseen events that could compromise the final result. He saw planning as a way to anticipate challenges and create solutions before problems even arise. This was one of the secrets that allowed him to expand his kingdom and maintain its prosperity over the years. Planning also involves preparing to deal with different scenarios and unexpected situations. Solomon was known for his ability to foresee times of crisis and prepare for them. In times of abundance, he knew that it was not wise to spend everything one had, but rather to save some for times of need. This principle of precaution and anticipation is a fundamental pillar for anyone who wants to build a financially stable life. Nowadays, planning is even more relevant. We live in a world of rapid change and uncertainty, and those who prepare adequately are better equipped to deal with life's ups and downs. Planning your finances, your professional goals, and even your personal life is crucial to ensuring you are clear about where you are going and how you intend to get there. Solomon also teaches us that planning must be flexible and adaptable. He knew that even with the best planning, circumstances can change and new information can emerge. Therefore, being willing to adjust your plans and prepare for new scenarios is essential to achieving success. He believed that the true wise man is the one who has a plan, but who is also able to adapt when necessary. Furthermore, Salomeo reinforces that planning is not just a matter of predicting the future, but also of preparing internally. He talked about the importance of developing your skills, strengthening your mind, and nurturing your faith to face challenges with confidence. This internal preparation is as important as external planning, as it determines how you react and adapt to situations that arise. Therefore, Solomon's ninth secret code is a powerful reminder of the importance of planning and preparing for success. Those who take the time to think strategically, anticipate potential challenges, and prepare for different scenarios are always one step ahead. Solomon's 10th and final secret code is to trust in divine providence. Solomon, on his journey of success and wealth, always maintained his faith and trust in something greater than his own capabilities. He understood that, despite all the planning, wisdom, and hard work, there were elements beyond his control, and for this, he fully trusted in divine wisdom. In several passages, Solomon advises us to trust God with all our heart, as he is the source of all wisdom and provision. For Solomon, true wealth was not just material, but also spiritual and emotional. He understood that, by trusting in God, we gain an inner peace that allows us to make clearer decisions, maintain serenity in times of crisis, and act with integrity in all situations. Solomon knew that, amid the uncertainties and adversities of life, trusting in God was essential to not lose hope and focus. He believed that trust in divine providence did not mean sitting idly by, but rather acting wisely and diligently, while surrendering the end results to something greater. This confidence gave him the courage necessary to face great challenges and the humility to recognize his own limits. In this day and age, this lesson is especially relevant. In a world full of uncertainty, crises, and constant change, maintaining unshakable trust in something greater helps us have clarity, resilience, and strength to move forward. This does not mean abdicating responsibilities, but rather walking with the certainty that we are being guided by a greater purpose. Trusting divine providence is also a way of living with gratitude. Solomon was grateful for everything he had received and always believed that gratitude opened doors to more blessings and opportunities. He teaches us to live gratefully, to value what we have, and to always seek to do good, because in this way, we attract what is good and fair into our lives. With these 10 secret codes of Solomon, we can learn valuable lessons on how to achieve prosperity and success in a wise and lasting way. The wisdom to create wealth, unshakable faith, the importance of cultivating strategic relationships, generosity, diligence, diversification, clear purpose, deep understanding, planning, and trust in divine providence are the pillars that can transform your life. Financial, spiritual, and emotional life. If you like this content and want to continue learning from the teachings of great masters, subscribe to the channel, like it, share with your friends, and leave a comment saying which of these codes impacted you the most. Your engagement is essential so that more people can have access to these lessons and transform their lives too.